What? What is it now?
Bloody Matt just keeps buffering all the time.
Have you tried refreshing it?
That's what I am doing, but my internet keeps going off.
No, my signal's not great either. Why didn't we just ask those people back there?
Maybe because my phone wasn't being a dick back there, was it?
The pilot's gonna kill us. We're over an hour late now. Aaron, you've taken us completely off track. Look, we should have gone left at the planetarium way back.
Yeah, where we've just come from.
Look, it says here we can grab a bus from a cafe just round the corner.
We could do that, but it'll take us like double the time.
So what do you suggest then? I'm gonna go and ask that couple.
I'm gonna ring my mum so she can come pick us up. You okay, babe?
No, I'm actually really starting to freak out now.
I'm not gonna leave you. You're safe. Got no signal.
Can we at least go towards the lights over there, please?
We're gonna go home soon. Let's go see what's going on, yeah?
Well, does this prick even know where he's going?
Why are we coming with these on anyway? We should have just left when we had the chance.
Oh, fuck it, let's just go now.
Oh, but wait, I left my shit back in college.
Just pick up Monday, bro.
What's Izzy doing? That girl actually cringes me out.
Honestly, she's such a weirdo.
She's actually freaking out over this.
Let's go talk to her.
What are you doing?
Oi! Ask you a question.
Oi!
What the hell are you guys doing?
Leave her alone.
Oh, piss off, Emma.
Why don't you just go home?
Nah, we're good here, thanks.
Yeah, free country, innit?
Leave her alone now before I slap you.
Leave him, Jordan, or he's not worth it.
Press that.
That's right, off you go, slag.
Come on,
You just got ginger nutted!
let's go.
Oh my god, that was,
Oh!
that was amazing.
In fairness, you did have that coming.
You made a bug out of you.
Oh my god, guys! Google Maps is working again. There's a bus like 2 minutes that way, but we've got to run.
I can't.
Come on, let's go.
Come on!
Aaron, wait, hang on.
Where are they?
Oh shit!
What?
Izzy's got the eye condition.
What eye condition?
Come on, hun, nearly there.
The most interesting thing about our eyes is that they don't always pick up everything we look at. Take Izzy, for example. You see just a normal girl with a group of friends on a weekend. You may think she's just a nervous individual. We assume our eyes show us everything we need to see. That is far from the truth. People who suffer from RP have to deal with issues like this on a daily basis, which can make the simple things in life excessively difficult for them.
Retinitis pigmentosa is an eye condition that is genetically inherited. It affects the eyes by slowly killing the nerve cells that absorb light. This means that everyday situations like choosing an outfit, browsing the internet, or driving a car can be affected. The way in which we see objects depends on the light that enters our eyes. The light hits the retina, which is located at the back of the eye. Light-sensing cells, known as photoreceptors, transform this light into electrical signals. These signals are then carried to the brain, which develops them into images. The images are then brought back to the front of the eyes. This is how vision works. In the cases of people affected by retinitis pigmentosa, these nerve cells at the rear of the eye are deteriorating, which means when they are attracting light, they are unable to turn them into electrical signals, meaning the brain is unable to form any images to send back to the eyes. RP patients suffer from night blindness as well as a lack of peripheral vision. This is known as tunnel vision, and the best way to visualize it is if you're sitting in a cinema theatre.
When RP patients look at a cinema screen, their eyes will take in all of the light that the screen is giving out. But because of the dying retina cells and the brain's inability to give feedback to the eyes, the light from the cinema screen is not able to bounce off the objects in the room. This causes the person suffering from RP to see the cinema screen and a pitch black room.
Later I'll be interviewing my close friend Jay, who was diagnosed with RP when he was just 12 years old. But first we spoke to Maria, who is a carrier of RP, to find out more.
My name is Maria Seymour and I'm a carrier and a sufferer of RP, Retinitis Pigmentosa. RP is, as I say, Retinitis Pigmentosa. It's an eye condition. It's a relatively new discovered eye condition. It was discovered in 1999, and in a nutshell, basically, you can have perfect vision, 20/20 vision in the day, but at night you get complete night blindness. Some of it is quite severe. There's all severities of it, all different strengths and degrees of it. I'm the carrier of it, and I do have it. Unfortunately, my son Jay has got one of the worst strengths, where he has got perfect vision in the day, but at night he cannot completely see at all. It's complete night blindness, whereas he can drive in the day, but obviously can't drive at the night because he is complete black. Anyone can walk into a dark room and not see anything. However, you literally see nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing. I'm okay. I'm okay still to drive at night, although I do still struggle. Whereas my son, he cannot see anything. So yes, if you walked into a dark room, you wouldn't see anything. However, you'd come out, you'd see the dim lights, lighting on the floor, street lamps. But with RP, you literally do not see anything. It's like a sheet goes over your eyes. It literally is complete blindness of a night time. We found out when Jay was about 5-6 years old. His dad and I took him to just a local optometrist in where we live in West Malling. We took him just for a routine eye test. I always guessed that my children probably would have short-sightedness, as it runs both sides on our family. He had the normal test, and we was referred to Maidstone Hospital. They said that they could actually see something. They wasn't sure what it was, because RP is actually a relatively new eye condition. It's actually just been labelled and got a name to it as such. We went to Maidstone Hospital, where they were absolutely brilliant. But again, they confirmed what the optometrist has seen in West Malling, and we were referred to Great Ormond Street. So obviously Joe was a minor at the time, a child. Great Ormond Street were absolutely fantastic. They did loads of tests. His dad and I had to have blood tests as well to see obviously if we had it. I suspected it probably would come from my side, as even though we're both short-sighted, his dad and I both wear contact lenses. I did suspect it was probably from my side, as I have always struggled slightly at the night time. But I thought it was just, just something you get used to. And it was confirmed it was my side, and I was the carrier, and I had it. So in a way, I know it's a strange thing to say, but it was actually good that we had confirmation that there was, we actually had something that we could sort of label as such again. No, it didn't change, because it's something that I've always had to learn to live with. It changed for me as a parent, knowing that Jay had it. Obviously we had to make allowances and things for him. He did confirm a lot of things. I remember when I first really noticed it of myself, when I was in Cyprus actually with some girlfriends, and I just couldn't see this rock that they could see. And walking along, I said, girls, this is really quite worrying as such. And they were sort of laughing and everything, and I said, no, it is serious. But it's just something that we've had to adapt as a family as well. We're very, very lucky. We have a lot of support around us, a lot of fantastic, amazing friends. And Jay has the most amazing support around him, his workplace, his friends. They're absolutely fantastic, which is really, really good. And obviously he's got a very supportive family around him. I think for me, I think probably because I was older, I've had to adapt more with family and friends. With Jay, he's grown up with it, people are aware of that. With me, I think people sort of laughed a little bit as such when I told them, because it's something that wasn't diagnosed as when I was a child. Oh God, yeah, definitely, absolutely. I mean, I try and raise awareness of it all the time, and I always, you know, if we're out and about, and I have to say to people, I'm sorry, but we are RP, you know, we're RP, you know, it is, you know, and not all disabilities are visual. But at the end of the day, we both have a disability, so people should be aware of it, and obviously we have to make our nearest and dearest as such aware of it. Of course it does, but Jay's a very, very positive person. He's definitely my son and his positivity. Of course it affects his everyday life. As I say, he can't drive at night. He could never be a pilot, he could never go in the police, anything like that, but you know, he's chosen a career as a film editor and everything, so that's absolutely fine. As I say, Jay's support network, his friends, his family, are absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've been out with his friends, and he has the most amazing people around him who support him and help him. Obviously, as a mum, as a parent, I really, really worry, and I'm probably too protective in a way. But yeah, we just have to deal with it. And he's one of the most positive people I know, Jay, and he just embraces life to the full. He really does. And we just have to get round it of a night when we go out, and you know, we just have to support him. My advice to anybody who thinks they have RP or is too scared to speak out, they're actually, you know, you speak to people and you say, oh God, I know somebody who can't really see at night, and things like that. I think years ago people were too scared to say anything. They must speak out. There's so much support network out there now, and obviously with things like OBSCURA, and as I say, Moorfields Hospital, just incredible. There's support groups, and I just think it is fantastic, and you really, really should speak out. There's on social media now, Instagram, there's Facebook pages, so much of it, you know, globally around the world, and obviously OBSCURA is going to America, and you know, we're going to go on the telly and everything to publicise it, and you really have to speak out, because there's so much support out there, there really is. And I think when people actually, you can Google it, if you Google RP, it will actually give you an insight of everything. And I think when you actually say to people, I have this, and they say, oh okay, it's just like saying, I don't know, I've got an underactive thyroid, which I have, you deal with it. But when you actually show somebody how you're actually seeing of the night, and the different strengths, the different volumes of it, people are like, oh my God, I didn't realise. And you say, yeah guys, that's why I need a little bit of help, you know, crossing the road, or you know, whatever. And I think people actually realise. I think when you're with Jay and I, we're very positive people. We don't let it ruin our lives, we really don't. But I think, as they say, like there's some people out there who will go on and on and on about things, like creaking doors, you know, go on forever, as the old saying. And I think when you're a positive person, people don't always see the insight of what you're actually going through. But this documentary will absolutely make all our families, our friends actually see what is happening and what we have to deal with on a daily basis.
6 away from my this is really embarrassing. I always have to wait for my eyes to adjust. Everyone stares at me.
Now I'm literally here with a camera.
This is one of the problems having RP, is coming to a place like this and having to wait for your eyes to adjust to the... Here we go, that's better. Do you have a latte?
Yes.
Do you have vanilla latte? Yeah. Yes, vanilla latte, please. Do you want anything?
I'll get some in a bit.
See, now my vision's come back to normal.
Yeah.
It takes like a few seconds. It's really embarrassing, like when you go to like a pub or anything like that. I always look like I'm drunk because I stand there for like a few seconds, like dazed out. It's just I'm just waiting for my eyes to adjust with what's going on.
Is it the same when you walk back out and then go into sort of bright and natural daylight, or?
That's normal vision. It's just like, I mean, this room's not even like particularly dark. It's just because it's a different kind of lighting to being outside. Yes, please. And then, obviously, when you come in, it's a different kind of lighting. So my eyes are just like, whoa, what's going on here?
So tell me a little bit about what it's like living with RP.
It's tough. I mean, even just coming to this cafe, you saw that was really difficult. So normally I would so start off my day by obviously getting up. No problems there because I have these blinds in my room, but I normally just leave 2 of them open. So like the sun comes in, being on the top floor, the sun will just come into the room. So that's normally fine. And then normally go down, trip over something on the stairs as I go down, and then I'd make a coffee and just kind of get on with my day. I've got into walking a lot lately, so normally I go for like a walk or a jog every morning. Obviously not too early, I have to wait till the sun comes up. And then general, I mean, walking about is actually okay. I mean, having tunnel vision is a bit of a problem because obviously I can't see outside my eyes properly. So if I'm walking like down the street or something, I will probably walk into things a lot. I trip over curbs a lot when I'm walking somewhere, and obviously being in a crowded place like London can be quite difficult because my eyes are not quite attuned to like everyone else's. Obviously places like nightclubs, cinemas, anything dark like that, laser rush or anything like that, I try and avoid if possible because it's just, you know, I can't see anything, so what's the point? Places like cinema and nightclubs especially, I get really bad anxiety. So if I'm somewhere that I can't see properly, or it's even the thought that I'm in a place where I'm the only person in that room that cannot see what's going on. So a good example of this is probably back in April when we had the Emerging Brits starting, and we had to go to Cineworld in Leicester Square to meet all the set readies that were doing that cohort and kind of like introduce ourselves as the Emerging Brits and begin our pre-production. And it being in that cinema, my anxiety levels were at an all-time high because obviously you have that thought process of you're the only person in that room that doesn't know what's going on or can't see anything. And it makes me really paranoid. It makes me feel really useless because I just feel like I don't fit in with everyone else, if that makes sense. Because everyone else is like getting around, catching up with people they haven't seen for so long, and having like, you know, fun chats and socialising. And I just can't be a part of that because I just can't see anything, and I'm just so busy in my mind. Please just find the seat. I mean, when people are coming up to you and saying, "Hey Jay, how you doing? I haven't seen you for so long," and I just haven't got a clue who they are, and I just become paranoid because A, I don't know who they are. B, I don't know what direction they're actually speaking from. I'm just relying on my ears to help me guess where that sound has come from, and that's really hard on me because being in this industry and being who I am, I want to socialise as much as possible, and I feel like I lose out on a lot of it, which is hard. And the evening is the worst time because obviously that's the main kind of time when people would go out to the pub, nightclubs, anything like that, and socialise. And a lot of the time I miss out on it because, you know, just in my mindset, I think, you know, if I can't see anything, what's the point? People have like tried to encourage me over the years to, oh, it's fine because you're like, you know, you're with us, we'll look after you and all that, and it's like, that's fine, but I'm still going to be so paranoid, and there's only so much that, you know, people can do without kind of actually helping me see, if that makes any sense. You know, and it's only human nature that after about half an hour, they're going to forget, and it's fine. Like even my best friends will forget at times that with me, and they will walk off as natural as they would do. And obviously then I just can do nothing but stand there and kind of freeze really, and it's hard. If I do go out, I'll always go somewhere where what I know like the back of my hand. So if worse comes to worse and I lose my vision, which I will obviously, when I do lose my vision, I'll just remember it by memory. Because that's a lot of the time people have said like, I don't understand how your RP works because I've seen you walking back home at night time before. And it's like, well yes, I'm just going based on memory. I'm not seeing anything. You know, it's like if we're at like our local pub and I told you to walk home with your eyes closed and every now and then you can see a bit of light from a lamppost, then you would be able to do it because you're using your memory muscles and you're relying on that. Yes, it would be difficult and it would take you twice as long, but you would be able to do it, and that's exactly what it's like for me. And because of course when you're a kid you don't go out much at night, do you? You go to school, you come back, you go to bed. That's kind of it as a child, so there's nothing really you have to do as a child that involves you going out at night. But of course when I started secondary school, that's obviously where it started to change. So I used to get the bus or the coach into school, and obviously when it hits winter, I'm not getting back home till like 6-7 o'clock every night, because I see like after school clubs and that sort of thing. And so that's when I started noticing this is not quite right. So I think when I was year 7, just started secondary school, the opticians recommended that we go to Moorfields Hospital in London and kind of get this checked out, and obviously that's when they said, you've got retinitis pigmentosa, and it's only going to get worse with time, unfortunately. Now back then, when I was 12, you're looking at like 2008, 2009, so the disease itself had only been discovered 10 years before that. So it was very, 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 very new at the time, and they said, there's no such cure at this time, like at the moment, and there probably won't be for another good couple of decades. So yes, I got diagnosed 10 years ago. It has definitely got worse, and my day vision's not got worse. Luckily, my day vision's always been stable. Obviously, it's been like kind of -5, -6 all my life, but that's never going to get worse, hopefully. Obviously, my night blindness has got worse over the years, and I think now at nearly 23, it is worse than ever. Like it's getting to a point now I literally can't see nothing at night. It really has become a problem. But when I first got diagnosed with it, I never told anyone. I was very, very secretive about it. None of my friends knew or anything, and that was the way for about 5 years. And then when I was 16, I got my first girlfriend, and obviously the first date we went on was a trip to the cinema, and that was a bit of a problem because I thought, if I'm in a relationship now, I'm going to have to tell them what's going on. I didn't tell them, and that became a bit of an issue. So one day, her and some of my friends came round and we had like a game of manhunt around Labour, and we were kind of playing around in the woods, and stupidly enough I'd forgotten the time, and it hits like 7-8 o'clock and the sun starts to go down, and I got stranded in the woods. Obviously you're playing manhunt, you're separated and you'll go off and hide. I had a proper full-on anxiety attack that night, and that's the most scared I've ever felt in my life. And it was kind of at that point I realised, yeah, okay, I need to start talking about this condition, because if my friends had known about this, then I don't think I would have found myself in that situation, or I would have been hiding with someone. So this became a problem very quickly, and obviously at that time as well I was starting to lose my friendship with these people. Anyway, because I was going off to college, they were doing other things. We kind of like separated, and when I started college in 2015, met my 3 best friends now. They were the 3 first friends actually I ever told about this condition. So I've got about 18 years of not saying anything to anyone really, and then I finally found people that I could actually trust, and that sort of thing. So yeah, I told them about it, and at first, kind of the usual, like, but no one can see at night, I don't understand. And then it's kind of, after getting to know them and our friendship growing, they suddenly start to realise, like, okay, shit, this is a really serious condition. And then when I started the National Film Academy Set Ready course last year, I obviously met other filmmakers actors who, when I started to tell them about the condition, because obviously I've started to open up a lot more about it, and I have to really, for health and safety, I have to tell people, like if I go for a job or anything like that, they have to know it because it is a disability. So I started telling people, and everyone was like really interested by it, and like, wow, that sounds amazing, like, you know, how long have you had it, that sort of thing. And I was like, wow, this is actually a really good conversation starter. I'm actually starting to make a lot of friends out of this, which is really good. And then obviously I put forward the idea for a documentary, and immediately so many people were interested, which is like, you know, amazing. And you know, the rest is history. But that was a year ago, but a year on from now, it's just incredible how different my life is in terms of people being aware of the condition. And all it's taken is just for me to get some confidence in myself and actually just speak about it. You know, there's a famous saying that a problem shared is a problem half solved, and that definitely is true, because I feel a lot more confident in myself now. Now that I've spoken about the condition, and I have friends who really, really care about it, and obviously care about me and my well-being, which is, you know, absolutely amazing. And honestly, I could not be happier in life now.
Retinitis pigmentosa is a fairly new discovery. This means doctors and researchers have not had the time or resources to find a cure. However, over the last 20 years, that has changed drastically, and so many more people are becoming more educated and aware of this misunderstood disease. Hopefully, we will be able to treat and amend the eyes so that people like Izzy can see and enjoy these astounding sights. One day, this will be a reality.
So if you're seeing me through different eyes, won't you tell me, 'cause my heart is tired, and I can't take another silent night. I know you're seeing me through different eyes. If you're seeing me through different eyes, won't you tell me, 'cause my heart is tired, and I can't take another silent night.